Hi, John. So, really happy to have you here in the Pyrenees. Can you tell me a little bit about why you came here to do the Freedom Trail?
Uh, yes, I can. Years ago, I read a book. It was called The Lost Airman, and it talked about a World War II pilot who was shot down over Germany, made his way into France, and someone passed him on to the French resistance. And it happened to be Virginia Hall and a gentleman by the name of Maurice. And then there was a doctor, and I don't remember his name, but they trained him how to be deaf and dumb for 3 months because they were having to constantly switch apartments to apartments to apartments. And the airman got home and he wrote down everything he could remember, and then his son wrote a book on it. And he talked about how this lady in there was just unbelievable, how she had led 1,500 men and was always doing so much, and it just amazed me that someone would could be like that. So I started doing some research on her, and I came across the book, A Woman of No Importance, and I read it, and I was just enthralled that this lady was so brave and had done so much. And so then I started doing some more research and found out that the SOS and the precursor to the CIA in the United States had also had a lot of information on her, and they had released a little bit of it, but not a lot. And so I started reading that, and I just thought, this lady is amazing, amazing. And so in my faith, we uh, we do a lot of work for the dead, and I thought, I wonder if she's had a work for the dead done. This is going to sound weird to everybody here, but I got on, and then I found out that she was a direct cousin of mine through my mother's side, and that even made me more interested. And so then I started doing more research, found out that there was about we only have about 15% of the information on her because most of it was stored by the French resistance, and they had a fire that took most of their documents down. It's like just any place I can find anything on her, I did it. And then I thought, well, I've got to see how this lady did it. How can you walk over the Pyrenees with a prosthetic leg, which in that times would have been a hollow piece of wood, weigh about 8 to 10 pounds, and do it in the winter and in the worst winter that they had had in history for a long time? I thought, I got to see how they can do this. So I contacted a gentleman over here, uh, Paul, and he was too busy, but he said, go with this lady, go with Annie. And so I contacted Annie, and it just worked out. And after crossing the Pyrenees, I have a great amount of respect, not just for Virginia Hall, but for anybody that went across there. I don't understand how they could do that unprepared, not trained for it, carrying what little bit of luggage they had, not the proper gear to come across. It just, I have a great amount of respect, not only for those that crossed the mountain, but for the French resistance and how much they sacrificed for so many.